Alright, y'all, I'm here. I'm gonna just search out for an energy here. Figure out what's going on. What's going on with my hybrid cards here. Tell us what we want to know, Spirit, about what's going on. Tell me what you want me to tell everybody. What message you want out. Okay, departure. Got Six of Swords, departure. You are navigating towards calmer waters, leaving troubles behind. You're leaving troubles behind. Alright, we got the Star, rejuvenation. The hope is renewed after a period of adversary. The future is bright with new possibilities. Okay. Maybe this will be a positive reading. In action. Now, let me see if there's another one here. I feel like that was a card I had before. Incomplete. Okay. We got the World in reverse. And we got procrastination, delays, or flawed planning make it difficult to finish what you started. Alright, you feel like something's incomplete. Okay, let's go with that. Alright, we feel something's incomplete. Death is looking at me right here. 13. You feel there's death. There's death to this cycle. But you feel it's incomplete. Alright, now we have under this rejuvenation here. I got my little bag here. Okay, we got... That was sober you, not retrograde. Okay, you feel like you're the star. Maybe this is like one of these things that's not quite positive, but sounds positive. Alright. You feel like the star, but that was sober you, not retrograde. We're clarifying this with this. Hang on 1 second, guys. Okay, I am back. Now we're going to clarify this one. Unworthy with departure. This person, you felt unworthy. That's why you departed. You deserve an amazing relationship. Take steps to heal doubts about yourself. You departed because you felt you were unworthy. And then the star energy that everybody was saying, that was sober you, not retrograde. So no one believes you're a star. And death was brought to a cycle, but you feel it's incomplete. Alright. This is very interesting. We're going to go with this energy because that is very different than an energy I have seen. Alright. Let's go with these ones that clarify stuff. These and these. Alright, tell us about Spirit, why doesn't the collective, I got my cards that I've done, why doesn't the collective feel that the cycle's over? Okay, oh geez. These both came over. Okay, pregnancy trapped, turned. False results, miscarriage, game over. These just came out together. Okay. A lot of pregnancy stuff coming on. I never have those. Okay, that is why they feel the cycle's incomplete because the baby never came. Okay. Alright, now they think they're the star. Why do they think they're the star? Why do they feel they're in the star energy, but no one thinks they're the star? Knowledge gained with self-endurance. Okay. They gain knowledge with self-endurance. Tell us more. Tell us more. There's been a lot of stuff going around about a baby. Alright, beautifully awakened. Okay. They got awakened. And they're living in regret. Okay. They're living in regret. Okay. Now, why do they feel unworthy? I mean, they had a miscarriage, that's all. I mean, I've had a miscarriage, guys. It sucks, but I mean, you eventually get over it and you have another kid. Alright, we got propaganda reverse. The enemies move forward. Okay, they got enemies. That's why they feel unworthy, because they got enemies and they had to move towards calmer waters. Wow. Okay. Let's go with this other one. This is juicy one, guys. This is a juicy ass energy. Alright, tell us about the pregnancy trap, Spirit. Please. Regrets bring betrayal, soul connection lost. Alright, so the soul connection was lost after this whole baby pregnancy trap. And then under this, living in regret, good deed gives money to poor without requiring exposure. Oh, they gave away the baby clothes. Okay. They gave away the baby clothes because the baby's not there no more. They didn't even want to ask. They just dropped it off and told somebody, here's your baby stuff. Okay. Alright, why all this propaganda reverse? We got divine love connection, romantic family, or soul tribe. Okay, they're living in regret and they gotta move on because there was a divine love connection that they were nasty to. They destroyed a divine love connection. They destroyed a divine love connection. That is what happened. Wow. Okay, that's pretty damn deep. That is pretty damn deep. They destroyed a good divine connection. Alright. We're going to find out more. I don't have a lot of room in my little area, guys. Once I move, I will. Alright. Put this over here. And I'll put this here for now. Alright, tell us, Spirit, how did this pregnancy trap happen and this divine... Okay, hang on, guys. Okay. I am back. Alright, let's see. Tell us why there's so much regret with this miscarriage and pregnancy trap. What happened? How did this pregnancy trap happen? Alright, we got celebration, 4 of Wands. A special occasion calls for celebration, bringing joyful thing. They wanted a celebration. Okay. Alright, what else? Tell us about this pregnancy trap. They wanted the celebration. What else is going on? Injustice, oh Lord. Corruption and bias cloud the moment, postponing a fair and balanced resolution. There was an injustice to the celebration. Alright, what was the injustice to the celebration, Spirit? What was the injustice to the celebration? Preservance. 7 of Wands. Hold firm in the face of opposition. Boldly defend your beliefs and values. Okay. So someone had to boldly... Okay, what was the injustice? Why did they have to defend themselves that hard, Spirit? Why was it that serious? Why did they have to defend themselves? Progress. Three of Wands. What began as an idea is now evolving into actual results. Stay focused on future growth. Alright, they wanted a baby really bad, so they kept going, and going. Okay. Now we got the injustice. What is the injustice to the baby? How is the baby the injustice? Please tell me why the baby is the injustice. The baby seems like it's a baby. I mean, come on now. Triumph. Six of Wands. Recognition and support surround your accomplishing, boosting your confidence. Okay. They'll get recognition if they have the baby. They want recognition. Alright, tell us about this celebration that did not happen. Tell us about the separation. Separation? Okay. Heartbreak. The celebration turned to heartbreak. How did the celebration turn to heartbreak? How did the celebration turn to heartbreak? Maturity. King of Cups. A mature leader balances feeling and intellect, maintaining grace in the face of turbulence. Alright, a King of Cups, which is the baby's, not the baby's daddy, because the baby, there was a miscarriage. And this miscarriage, the King of Cups decided they stood firm, they didn't want this person. They didn't want this person anymore. That's the vibe, that's the tea. They don't want that person no more. Okay, tell us more. We got misinformation. Ace of Swords. Clarity is delayed. Beware of assumptions, miscommunications, or misunderstandings. There was misinformation. There's a lot of misinformation in here. Tell us about the heartbreak. What was this heartbreak about? Tell us about heartbreak. Please. Spirit, tell us about the heartbreak. Rebellion. And this is the Hierophant in reverse. A need for spiritual freedom is leading you away from outdated belief systems. Okay. That's why I think this has to do with my other reading with option B. I don't think someone wanted the baby. Okay? And they were celebrating. I think the celebration card back here, right here, was the fact that the baby never made it. They were celebrating the fact that the baby never made it. Which is kind of really messed up. That's a messed up thing. I'm going to say that's just messed up. Alright, we got acceptance. Five of Cups. The future holds brighter as you release the past. Optimism overcomes despair. Somebody's coming into full acceptance of what happened. Maybe it's the baby's mama. I don't know. Okay, hang on, guys. Okay. I am back. Alright, tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more. Alright, we got the Hangman. Surrender. Surrendering the need for immediate answers is what allows deeper wisdom to emerge. They're just in acceptance with surrendering whatever happens. I want to say it's this baby mama. Or the baby mama that is grieving the child. I think she has to take acceptance that the baby's not here no more. Four of Swords in reverse, still restlessness. You may be ignoring your need for rest, pushing forward despite exhaustion. Okay. They need to rest, but they just keep pushing forward. Wow. That's crazy. Alright. Tell us more. Oh Lord, the Emperor is here. The Divine Masculine protects and provides. He embodies wisdom, order, and service to others. The authority is here. The authority is here. Alright, we got Temperance. Oh Lord. Emotional alchemy is at work. Fiery emotions are cooling into understanding and compassion. Alright, the Emperor understands that there was a false test and a miscarriage, but they stand firm in what they believe. They stand firm in what they believe. That they do. Okay, hang on. Okay. Alright, okay, we got crossroads and solitude. I'm gonna grab these. I cut the deck on these. Okay. Somebody is at the crossroads. See it at the crossroads. Crossroads. I'm just hearing that song, Crossroads, in my head. We got a difficult decision lies ahead, but neither path offers certainty. With the king of, the authority figure over here. The baby daddy that's not, the baby that's not here no more. Solitude. We got the hermit. This person's in solitude. Seek inner guidance through introspection and solitude. A season of spiritual growth is ahead. This person is guarding their heart, and they put themselves in hermit mode. This other person wants them out of hermit mode. Alright. Okay, cut the deck. We got procrastination. 10 of Wands in reverse. Avoiding your duties will only delay the inevitable. Delegation or taken on less may ease stress. Alright, they're procrastinating all the responsibilities because they don't care. And they don't want to take it. Which is giving 9 of Swords anxiety to the person that had the miscarriage. Fear, shame, or regret may be spiraling, but not everything you're imagining is real. Anxiety is happening to the person that lost the baby. I really feel sorry for the person that lost the baby. I really do. It seems terrible. And then we got wisdom. Queen of Swords. Somebody came out a Queen of Swords with wisdom. Mental sharpness aligns with the courage to speak truth. Your words are guiding light. I feel this is someone else in the energy as wisdom. I feel like this is you, collective. I feel like this has something to do with something somebody said before all this miscarriage business happened. It was something about the words you spoke. The words you spoke. I don't know. Something about the words you spoke. Maybe you talked about this baby that was going to be born. I don't know. And then we got an imbalance here. Alright. So you spoke of an imbalance. Financial pressure or time constraints are creating stress. Simplify whether possible. Okay. You spoke of an imbalance. Okay, what else did this Queen of Swords say? What did you say? Alright. Alright. Looking at the back of the hair. Oh! You spoke of deceit and delays. Right here. And stagnation. Oh my goodness. Okay. Because someone was being impulsive. Okay, you said the third party was going to be impulsive. I'm reading the cards here. And they would have nostalgia for the life you guys had. And you spoke of deceit. I'm reading it right from in here. Deceit. 7 of Swords. You told them there was going to be deceit and delays. 8 of Wands. You talked of delays. Delays in money, delays in all this. And then you talked about 8 of Cups in reverse. Growth is calling, but you've been resisting due to fear or attachment. Stagnation. You spoke of that. And you spoke with compassion and discernment. And they were stubborn about the new partnership. And you mastered your skills. And you were very generous. And they were impatient. And they would hoard things. You didn't have money and stuff because they were hoarding a lot of stuff in there you couldn't save. And they have an attachment. Death in reverse. You may be clinging to something that is already over. Release is overdue. They have an attachment to the future, and you said that they would miss you or something like that. Okay. Now we get into the nitty gritty of things, y'all. We get into the nitty gritty a little bit now. Alright, tell us what exactly hit the maker. Cooperation. Okay, here we go. Cooperation. You said that 5 of Wands. A desire for peace, but are you sacrificing your own needs to avoid conflict? Okay. You said all that, but you said about peace. There'd be no peace, and there'd be an imbalance, and they're reflecting on that now with this miscarriage. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well. I guess it is what it is, guys. You can't falsify and lie about a baby. You lie about a baby, I mean, stuff's gonna go down. Stuff is gonna go down. I mean, do I feel bad? I mean, they lied about a baby. After baby stuff was bought and everything else, it was a pregnancy trap. And they had a miscarriage. And they were caught. Yeah, I feel bad about the miscarriage, but do they really have to lie and get pregnant under those circumstances? I don't know. I don't know. There's not a lot to say about that except for whoever is going through that is going through a really hard time. Hard time. So, yeah. I'm gonna end this. I'm not even sure I'm gonna name this. I'm gonna just say the miscarriage was a pregnancy trap or something. I don't know. But these are, I'm doing smaller videos. So, with some big ones. So, I'll see you in the next one. And I love y'all. Bye. And you guys have a great day.